everyone, Hometalk friends. My name is Amber Foster and I am from Durant, Oklahoma. I would have to say this has been my most popular DIY project this season, and the season just got started. So I wanted to share with you guys how to make it also. Super simple. Even if you are not a woodworker, which I am not, you will be able to make this too. We are going to make a winter sleigh. As you are coming in, let me know if you have a cold winter in your area too, or if sleighs are just purely decoration where you live like they are here. Paris, can we see our comments coming up today?
Tells me somebody's watching, but not.
Okay, no comments, but that's okay. I think we have a workaround to see you guys' comments as you're coming in. Facebook's been a little glitchy. All right, Paris, if you want to show them here, we're going to start this whole entire project is done with 1x4s. And I started off with them 8 feet long. And let me show you what I cut first. So I took the first one and I cut it directly in half. So each one of these are 48 inches long. And then you have to take a miter saw, which I know that probably sounds scary if you don't have one. But Paris, if you'll zoom right here, a miter saw is just what cuts your angles really quickly and really easily. These are 45-degree angles. So we took our 48-inch pieces of 1x4 and we cut an angle at 45 degrees just on the end. And don't let the word miter saw scare you. You can get them for like $69 at Walmart or Lowe's, and they are so simple to use. So we cut those angles on those pieces, and those are going to be our runners. And then the next part that we did here is we need some braces to hold our runners up. So you're going to cut 2 just really straight pieces at 13 inches at each. And don't worry if you're not getting all these measurements, Hometalk has the link to the whole project at the top, so you can go back and see these later. But I'm going to show them to you really quickly anyways. Oh goodness, and the kiddos stole my other piece. Let me grab it, it's right over here.
So what are you making?
We are making a winter sled. This is going to be our decorative crossbar. It's another straight piece that's just 18 inches across. And then for the seat of our sled, we're going to cut a piece that's 33 inches for the middle. And then here on the edges, at that 45-degree angle again, I just dog-eared both of the corners off of this end and both of the corners off of this end. Really simple, really easy. And then the last 2 pieces for the seat, these are 30 inches long. And then I did the 45-degree angle on both ends so that it looks like a rhombus. I think that's what that's called. If it's not, y'all correct me, but I think it's a rhombus. So these are all your pieces, if you want to show them that, Paris. These are what all your pieces will look like after you get them cut. Now is the fun part, staining them and putting them together. So we're going to take our 2 runners and we're going to paint those red, which I have already done for you because I know y'all get so impatient watching me paint. So I did that for you. This is a Rust-Oleum spray paint, and I think the name is Crimson Red is what that is. So I pre-painted those because I know y'all hate watching me paint. But I am going to show you how to stain one because I think staining is a little more of an art to it than just painting. And so I am going to show you how I stained one of the boards. Don't forget your gloves. If you're allergic to latex, don't get the latex ones.
Emily says hello from Denver.
Hi, Emily. You probably get lots of snow where you are. We probably have not had a good snow here in 5 years. But we still like our sleds anyways. So this is a, let me see what this is. Minwax Jacob Bean is the color. And let me tell you, you're not going to see the true color of this because this is old and all the color has settled to the bottom and I don't ever stir it, but it makes a really happy color that I really like. So you might go with more of a dark walnut to get the true color that I'm going to use. So I just take a soft rag and I dip it down in my stain. You don't want too much stain on there or your project will get drippy. And I'm just going to show you how to stain the top of this board. You want to go fairly quickly so it doesn't get streaky. And just work it back and forth. But see, it's not too thick on there. If you put a coat on and it's not dark enough for you, then you can go over it again. But it's really hard to lighten it up if you get it too dark on the first round. Have any of you started decorating for Christmas? I know it's just the day after Halloween, but we've already started decorating down here at the shop.
Everybody loves your shirt.
Oh, thank you. I own a vendor mall in Durant, Oklahoma. I have about 25 different vendors. And if you go look up Southern Grace OK, she sells these shirts in our store. So I think the original brand is Ruby's Rubbish. I'm going to need some more Christmas shirts though, because it's only
So what are you making?
November. We are making a winter sled. So that is how you're going to stain each piece. And I'm not going to stain each one because, like I said, I know y'all get impatient watching that. So we're going to move on to the fun part. I have them all pre-stained right here. All the pieces are pre-stained. So we're going to start with our runners. We're going to lay them down flat. Now I would say this would be the only part you can mess up. You want your angles facing up and not down like this, if that makes sense. So don't have the straight edge up or the longer side. That's how I put it. Don't put the longer side up, put the shorter side up. And then we're going to evenly space those apart. I'm going to lose these gloves because I'm not doing any more painting. You're going to take the two 13-inch braces and place them across your runners. So this is like a little puzzle, how you put it all together. And you really don't have to measure this. If you are really OCD and want to measure it, I think it's about 8 or 10 to the first one, and then about 14 between them. But it really doesn't matter on this. You want the edges flush, so not really hanging off. Can you see that, Paris? Oh, they're right in there. Are we still not able to see comments, Paris? No. Okay, and here's where the wood glue comes in. If you just nail it, it will get wobbly on you and kind of come apart. So we want to put a little bit of wood glue right here and right here and stick it down. Do we have any woodworkers watching today? I would have never thought that I would make my living building things out of wood.
Carol wants to know where to find the measurements.
The measurements, Hometalk has a link posted at the top, or you can also go to my blog, Amber Foster Creativity, and you can find them on there as well. So once we get that on there nice and straight, this is the first one that you really have to make sure it's good, and then the rest kind of goes up pretty quick. And then we're going to use the nail gun to just put it right in here. This is my favorite tool, y'all. I love it. So much better than hammer and nails. But if you have to use hammer and nails, either one, I think I'm using just 1-inch nails. So nothing too big. And then we're going to take our little decorative crossbar and put it up here at the top. This is the 18-inch piece, and these were the 13-inch. Oh, almost forgot my glue. You don't want to forget the glue, because the first one I made, I did forget the glue, and it fell right apart on me. This is actually that same sled. So I'm rebuilding it now with the glue. I eyeball everything, but if you are really an exact person, you may want to get the level out.
Can you say the name of the company that sells the shirts again?
Ruby's Rubbish. But I don't know that you can buy from them directly. Southern Grace OK is where I got mine from. Southern Grace Boutique. Okay, so we've got the bottom all put together. And now we're going to take and put the seat on.
Did you make the walls behind you?
I did make the walls behind me. I have pallet walls everywhere that I work. I'm kind of obsessed with them. I find people that are tearing down their old privacy fences, and I go scavenge the wood and I cut it up, and then I'll just use the same little nail gun and I stick them all over the wall. So look for people tearing down their privacy fences. It makes the best pallet walls.
Is there another option for not using a nail gun?
Yes, just use a hammer and nails. So I don't have any nails, but if you just use 1-inch nails and hammer them right in there. So absolutely can be done without a nail gun. Okay, so our seat is going to go on just like that. If you guys are into wreath making too, I'm doing a wreath live on my page tomorrow on Facebook. It's just Amber Foster. We're just starting to roll out our Christmas wreaths too. So we don't always do woodworking. I do a little bit of everything. So that is our finished sleigh. Oh, y'all, and I forgot to put the wood, or the glue under the seat. So don't forget the glue. I'm really forgetful. Forget the glue. But I think it's going to hold for the most part. I'm going to stand it up here. Oh, see, you should probably measure. My legs are a little crooked. So I have to take it apart and fix that. But also, what we did on some of the other ones, once you click over to the blog, you can probably see we stencil a design on here. And I have already done a video stenciling the design. If you go to my Facebook page, Amber Foster, and there is a video pinned to the top of how to stencil a design on here. And if you are really into woodworking, I have a virtual DIY group that we do at least one woodworking project in a month on there. So I would love to see you guys on some over there too. Do we have another question, Paris? No? All right, I think that's it for today. If you guys like this, I would appreciate you to share it. And if you make some, share some photos with me as well. And if you need all the measurements or any of the materials, click the link that Hometalk has at the top, and you'll be able to click over and find everything you need to do this project. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.